Action figure deconstruction. What is up? Welcome back to another episode of Action Figure Deconstruction. I am Josh45, the Master of Disaster, and with me as always, the Master Collector, CBS. What is up?
Not a lot.
So today we have one of my favorite things of all time in the whole entire world. We have something I've been looking forward to for several years since nothing new has come out. We have new G.I. Joe.
Huzzah!
And we're going to do the weapon supplier amazingness himself, Destro, James McCullen, the 24th, I think is what it is. XXIV, that's 24, yep.
Right.
This is from Hasbro's G.I. Joe Classified Series. It kind of is going to center around the release of the new Snake Eyes film coming out later this year or early next year. I'm not sure when they've changed it to. It's changed multiple times. It's going to run concurrently with the actual movie series as well. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but
yeah, release wise, without knowing a date for the movie anymore, it's hard to say like what that's actually going to look like. But there is going to be a miniseries for Snake Eyes also, comic book wise, so that's supposed to start next month. So that should be cool.
With tons and tons of covers.
I mean, there's a few. I
think I've seen 25.
Yeah, the artist covers are a little out of control. Like regular store covers is only like 4. No, 5. 4? 4. If you count the 125s, then yeah, but yeah, it's out of control.
So, let's just get into this thing. You ready?
I don't see why not.
All right, here we go. So this line of figures comes very similar to most of Hasbro's things that they're putting out on this scale. It is a 6-inch line, the 1/12 scale. It just pops right at the top. So you're not damaging the package and hurting people's feelings like CBS. And the box art is pretty incredible. Every character has a different artist who's done it. So you basically have your classic Destro look. Metal helmet, head, mask covering, his open chest with his sweet medallion, the big poofy collar thing, the black, the red. He also comes with a sweet briefcase full of money and a computer. Comes with a gold pistol. A black blaster of some kind. It actually kind of looks like a stormtrooper's blaster a little bit. Is moving up in the tech world. Of all the figures in the line, I feel like this is the most true to the original. Destro was first released in '83. He came carded of Series 2 of the original G.I. Joe line. He wasn't in Series 1, he was in Series 2. And then he also made his first appearance in the comic books in G.I. Joe Real American Hero issue 11. I don't think he makes a full-on... His first appearance is... He's in the shadows, but then, when they're trying to... he stays several steps ahead of them up in the Arctic, and I think Doc ends up defeating him, if I remember correctly. These figures are very similar to the Marvel Legends and the Star Wars Black. They have the ball joint for the head and neck. He has the shoulder ball joint, but he also has there's an insert inside that helps it move forward and backwards as well. And then you have the bicep. The double joint of the elbow, and then the wrist. And he also comes with his classic wrist rockets. His torso moves up and down, then it also twists at the waist, giving him some pretty good range of motion. And then you have the ball joint in the hip, the upper thigh, the double joint of the knee, And then his foot. So here you have Hasbro's Gijoe Classified Series Destro, the weapon supplier of the evil Cobra terrorist organization. I've been stoked for these figures for a while. They kind of released some teaser shots back in January or February, I do believe, at Toy Fair.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while.
I think the first one that they showed was Snake Eyes, obviously, and then they showed Scarlet and Duke, and Roadblock. Destro rounded out the first series. So, wave one, that's who you have. Only one bad guy in the first wave.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but the next wave is stacked a little opposite direction, so.
It's going to be a pretty interesting line because there's already an Amazon exclusive coming out. I do believe the Walmart is going to have some exclusives, and then they're releasing some figures on the Hasbro Pulse website as exclusives to there as well.
Yeah, they had the deluxe Snake Eyes. That was one of the first ones that actually came out.
Yeah, and it sold out.
And then there's a Pimp Daddy Destro.
/ Moneybags Destro.
Yeah. And
then you also have 2 different versions of Cobra Commander.
Oh, that's right.
The light blue and the dark blue.
Yeah. They both look pretty cool. I mean, I'm a fan of Pimp Daddy Destro, so
right,
that's cool. Gold head, awesome.
I do believe they're going to have just a regular Storm Shadow in this line. He might just be part of the movie wave. I don't know.
Maybe.
But the Amazon exclusive is a hooded Storm Shadow. Not version 2, but version 3, the Ninja Force version. And they're calling him Arctic Storm Shadow. So I actually pre-ordered that. I'm pretty stoked on it. I like that.
Nice.
Storm Shadow is my jam. So we picked Destro today, though, because he's just badass.
It's freaking awesome.
Yeah. This line's really cool. I'm not the biggest fan of the 1/12 scale. I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to pick up as they come out. I might change my tune and end up getting most of them. I didn't pick up Roadblock because I'm not a big fan of the character Roadblock, me personally, but you did.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the movement is great. The details are great. I really like the Scarlet. A lot of people are complaining about her head sculpt, but I think it's fantastic.
It's all right.
I think it looks just like the artist that does the box art.
Phil Noto did the art for her box. And
yeah, and I think that like her version of Scarlet, her head looks just like that.
Yeah, he's an awesome artist. He's done a lot of, actually did a whole bunch of G.I. Joe stuff back when Devil's Due had it, and there's a batch of posters of her too, and just art style wise, I mean, Noto's awesome. I mean, Google him. He does a lot of work for mostly Marvel, I guess, but yeah, he's awesome.
And most of, well, as of right now, all the box art have different artists they teamed with to do each different character.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. Like, I like when Ken Lashley did the series from 2005, I think, because he did all the box art, and that was awesome. But I do like this changed out style because it's kind of cool seeing some of these comic artists with like random boxes. That's pretty neat. I like that. And if you were doing the Marvel Legends 3 3/4, like 2000, I think it was 15-ish, it was Frank Cho doing the box art for a majority of it. So I think that's cool because they're just reaching out to like more than just graphic artists. And I think that's awesome. So
when it comes to customization, these fit right in with your Marvel Legends and your Star Wars Black Series. So I'm sure you could interchange parts if you want.
Sure.
He's a little bit updated. He's got some gray shoulder pads instead of just the pure black. You know, they gave him a little bit more,
like a tactical look?
A little bit more tactical, yeah. But other than that, he's very close to the classic. I'm pretty excited to see what they do with Baroness once they release her and the Storm Shadow. So far, the Cobra Commanders both look really good. The Duke is fantastic. They all look great.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people are upset with the futuristic look of the weapons.
It is a little weird. I mean, like we showed you in the breakdown, like the one blaster looks like a stormtrooper gun. That's a little weird.
But there's a new Kickstarter that went out with a company called Valorverse Action Force, and they are doing a series of new characters that are in the 1/12 scale, and he's molding a ton of weapons already for this line of figures. He's a massive Joe fan, and they actually got Sergeant Slaughter. They got his right, so they're going to be putting out the Sergeant Slaughter on this independent company, which is really, really cool. The figure is, we'll be reviewing him once he comes out in October, I do believe.
Yeah, he looks awesome. They're also doing a bunch of backpacks and like harnesses and all kinds of things you can use to, I guess, customize for the most part.
A lot of people have switched out some of the harnesses and different like accessories with Marvel Legends figures already. I've been seeing a lot of upgrades, so to speak.
Right.
So yeah, very interchangeable. It's pretty cool, really cool line. I'm really excited about it. Just to have new G.I. Joe stuff. A lot of people thought that the line was dead, and thankfully it's not.
Well, I mean, a different scale now, but that's fine.
There is going to be a
the classics.
It's called G.I. Joe Classics. Nobody really has any information as of this at this time. I think this coming as of the date this releases, in a couple days they're going to do like in connection with all the San Diego Comic-Con at home stuff. They're going to be doing Walmart. There'll be a bunch of Walmart exclusives, like collector series, like for collectors only, and some of that 1/18 scale G.I. Joe stuff coming out that nobody knows what it is going to be Walmart exclusives.
Oh, that's crazy.
But they're going to be announcing all that. I think that it'll be if this comes out Wednesday, usually Wednesday-ish, it'll be out. I think that's Friday or Saturday. It was like that San Diego Comic-Con thing starts next weekend. So.
It's the 22nd, I think.
Yeah, so whenever that is, they'll start releasing and doing Facebook live streams to show people different things. Like Hasbro has done some live streams for G.I. Joe stuff already. They've done some Transformers ones and some Star Wars ones, and they also announced like a gigantic Sentinel that's going to be like a crowdfunded thing through I think the Hasbro Pulse website or whatever. So
that's cool.
Going to be like over 3 feet tall, I think.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Cool.
So, if you love G.I. Joe, pick it up. If you're not a fan of the 1/12 style, even if you want to pick up a couple just to accent your collection, I would suggest that. Just maybe kind of cherry pick whichever figures that you like the most.
Sure.
There's already talk of a Gung Ho coming out, and we've already seen him. A Red Ninja. What else have we seen?
Oh god, they released a ton of pictures as far as like what wave they're supposed to be. None of that was really assigned. It was just like, look who's coming, and they put out like over 40 pictures, which was crazy. So I guess if the line does well, we are in store for a whole bunch of different figures, which is cool.
So if we're in line, on the back of the box, it shows like a big, awesome like poster display almost, and it shows most of the figures that we've already seen. So we have Dukes, Snake Eyes, Scarlet, Destro, Cobra Commander's on his way. Roadblock, we have Gung Ho's on his way. Red Ninja is on his way. We've seen what he looks like.
Right.
The other two that are on the back of the box that we haven't seen yet though are the Baroness and Alley Vipers. So I don't know if they're going to go that direction first or what, but there have also been some listings for Snake Eyes movie figures that are going to be Beachhead has been listed. And then Cobra Troopers, both. So,
well, I mean, if you're gonna have Army Force to try to have guys to fight, you kind of have to have at least some Vipers.
So for those Army builders out there, at $20 a pop for these figures, it's gonna be a little pricey.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but G.I. Joe is alive and well, thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. They have holes in their backs for backpacks. They have footholes. They don't come with stands, which is kind of weird.
G.I. Joe's always been known for stands. And they don't have one, and that is one disappointment.
Right. Generally speaking, that's always kind of been a staple with them, but this series doesn't, although they have a cool backdrop piece. So like in your boxes, at least for the first wave, the background display it's actually a card that can come out. So you can put it up as like a display, which is really kind of cool. I mean, as a thing posing wise, I mean, once you have a whole shelf full of them, it would kind of be weird, I guess, but that's pretty cool. So I guess we'll see if it holds or not.
Like I've said multiple times, G.I. Joe's back, and it seems like it's alive and well. So
at this point, kicking for sure. I mean, as far as figures are concerned, we started seeing these guys show up, I don't know, a couple weeks ago online. And it looks like most times when you find them at Walmart, it's 2 cases open and a display. So there should be a fairly good way to get a hold of them that way. I mean, you can buy them online too. As far as like online sites, it's not like you can't find them. They range anywhere from $20 to $25 depending on what it is or what site you're using. So, I mean, there's that. That's pretty normal though.
And the cases do come 2 Snake Eyeses and then 1 Destro, 1 Gung Ho, or 1 Roadblock, 1 Duke, and 1 Scarlet.
Yeah. So the only non-chase figure would be Snake Eyes, which is kind of weird.
But it's his movie coming out, so.
That's true. He's popular.
And hopefully it's as good as the Bumblebee movie was.
Hopefully. I mean, Bumblebee was awesome, so I guess we'll see. Anyway, on social medias, you can find Josh at Instagram with what?
Windle24. It's WINDLE24.
That was a lot of words for me to try to say that. And then I'm at Top 5 Comics CBS on Instagram for drawings of things I draw and like a bunch of Comic-Con pictures from years ago when Comic-Con still happened. Sad days.
You mean last year?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's okay that there's 1 year, man. It's okay.
Whatever, dude.
It's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's good. It'll just make next year even better.
I mean, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see how this whole internet version of things goes with exclusives all over the place. So that'll be interesting.
We are at Action Figure Deconstruction on all socials. You can just type that in. You can find us on anything, and also links to all the episodes that we've done. Check out our other projects that we have. We have Top 5 Comics podcast, Never Been Done podcast, and then some friends of ours have a hot sauce review show similar to this, but I think we're more handsome. It is called Scovillionaires, so check them out.
Also true, and you can find links to all that stuff on the top5comicspodcast.com website. So, I mean, that's one place you can go to find everything. But like and subscribe. We're supposed to say that. So
like and subscribe and share it with your friends.
Sure. I don't see why not. But until next time. Yo, Joe. You are terrible. Yo, Joe. Yo. Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Fight for freedom wherever there's G.I. Joe. Did we have a noise last time? Pew, pew, pew.